An armored vehicle on the move, a scene reminiscent of a war zone playing out in the heart of Washington, D.C.
We're going to have a great 4th of July in Washington, D.C. It'll be like no other. It'll be special.
It will certainly have a Trumpian twist. Forget just the usual fireworks show. This year's event will also feature an unusual display of military might, tanks, and a flyover.
Best fighter jets in the world and other planes too. And we're going to have some tanks stationed outside. Got to be pretty careful with the tanks.
President Trump will also give a speech, the first president since Nixon to make an address as part of the formal celebrations. Nixon's, though, was videotaped. Trump's will be live from the Lincoln Memorial. In the front row, Republican donors in specially reserved seats on what's normally a non-partisan day.
It is the birthday of the country. Well, he has commandeered it.
Trump dubs the event a salute to America. Critics say it's a salute to himself.
It's just not done in this country, and it will be seen as very out of place on the grassy mall, which is used basically for flying kites.
The cost? No numbers have been released, but it's expected to far surpass last year's budget, reportedly around $2 million.
Anytime you get a presidential visit, there are inherent security costs.
Back on the mall, the preparations continue for a 4th of July unlike any the country has seen.
Best thing to ever happen to this nation. Have a man like Trump in there to get crooked politics out of it and get this country back to where it should be.
I could say something about despots and so-called presidents who need to show their big tanks, but I won't say it because I'm being recorded.
Divided opinions in a divided America. Ellen Morrow, CBC News, Washington.
So tanks are a new addition to 4th of July ceremonies, but this won't be the first time they've lumbered along the streets of Washington. You can't see them in this footage here, but in 1957, they were part of President Eisenhower's second inaugural parade, along with missiles and rows of marching soldiers. 4 years later, President Kennedy's inauguration was also punctuated by a show of military muscle. But that was nothing compared to this display from 1991, complete with missile launcher to mark the end of the Gulf War. It was the largest U.S. military parade since the Second World War.